Okay, so I feel that we have the basics related to tables. We've got the basics down. Now, how can we start to use CSS to format and control not only the table, but also any content that the table may hold? Well, let's start off by addressing the table itself. How can we go about controlling and formatting the actual table? Well, by the way, as a quick aside, you might want to save your work and flip over to your browser and refresh. And as you can see, we get a whole lot of nothing. We get a table caption, which is tremendously exciting on screen, but we don't see anything else because the table doesn't have any content inside it yet. So just in case you were wondering why you didn't see anything on screen, that's why. Okay, let's get back to actually controlling the table itself. So what can we do in terms of controlling the table? Well, we go back to what we've already learned. I can use ID selectors, I can use class rules or class selectors, I can use HTML selectors if I want, I can get into group selectors and all the rest of it. Whatever it takes to pull off or achieve the formatting that I'm after. So let me give you a couple of quick examples, and then I think in the upcoming lessons what we'll do is we'll get much more involved and much more technical and much more advanced in terms of what's possible here. But just to get you warmed up here right off the bat, what I could do is I could change what it means to be a table. This is inside my internal style sheet, of course, creating this new HTML selector to control the formatting of my entire table. Now, you have to be careful, though. Don't forget your HTML selectors. We would be controlling all tables on our page, right? So watch out for that. So that's something that I could do. That's definitely a possibility. Let me throw in a couple of quick properties just to give us something here. So I'm going to go and throw on a width. Let's say width. I'm going to go 600 pixels. There we go. And the other thing I'll do is I'll throw on a background as well. Background. And maybe I'll throw on a background of orange just to keep it simple here. I'm not really focused on showing you anything too insane or crazy here. It's more about getting you used to what we can do, how we can format the table structure rather than showing you anything too crazy in terms of the properties just yet. So there we go. So I just flipped over to my browser and refreshed. Okay, so there's the width of my table. There's the orange background now appearing inside the background of my table. So in other words, what I'm doing here, and I hope this is making sense, this is no different than redefining an H1 or an H2 or a paragraph, is I'm changing the rules. I'm changing what it means to be a table, right? I'm forcing formatting onto anything that appears inside the HTML table element, right? Okay, what else can we do? Well, I could literally do the same for any other tag or element that appears within the table itself. For instance, I could come along and I could say, all right, all table rows are going to take on this formatting. Or what I could do is I could say, all right, all table data or all table cells are going to take on this formatting, right? Or don't forget, we also have a caption and we also have the header row as well, don't we? So I could go TH for the table header row, something like this. So all I'm doing here is, again, I'm not really showing you anything that you don't already know about. I'm simply showing you how this applies to tables. Just like reformatting a paragraph, I'm simply going to change the rules. I'm going to change what it means to be a table or a table cell or a caption or whatever. And you know, you're more than welcome to go and throw in some properties that we've already seen. Maybe you want to change fonts or you want to apply some bold or maybe some borders. That's another neat one. So we could do something like this. Border, full colon space, 2 pixels, solid and black. Very simple border. Save that guy up, refresh the browser. Now we get a border around our table, right? So it's pretty straightforward stuff. It's pretty simple. I feel like I'm not really dumping anything too heavy on you here. But where it gets really interesting is when we start formatting the actual table content itself. Let's go and check out how to do that.